It's been raining now for the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And this is my jungle of a lawn. The weather isn't looking so great. I don't have a lawnmower because I ain't got space for it. Instead, I bought this edge trimmer on Facebook Marketplace, thinking, how hard can it be? Very hard. It's my third time using this, and cutting a whole lawn with it is very, very slow and exhausting, and probably a terrible idea. But hey, I'm learning. Paying someone to cut my grass every few weeks is draining my wallet.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
So I decided to do it myself, thinking it was easy because my yard isn't that big. What a huge mistake that was. It's like shaving a beard with a toothbrush. Doable, but not fun at all. And today, I have a new challenge. Finishing this grass before the rain hits, which is going to be tough, but it's doable. Before we get started, I need to set this up right, or I'll spend more time fixing it than cutting the grass, which is something I learned the hard way the last 2 times I cut the grass with this. So what you first want to do is remove the cap. I usually remove it with a flat screwdriver, but you can pinch it off as well. Once you have your cap removed, you will have the edge trimmer spool, which has your line. But what I usually do is, one side of the line, I bend it. And once I fit it through the hole, it's nice and bent, so it's just gonna hold it in place. And then once it's held in place, I wrap the line around the spool as tight as possible. So once that's done, you fit it through those gaps there so that it stays in place. Before you put it back, you have to thread your line through the holes. And once it's threaded through the holes, you just put your spool back in place. And once it's in place, you put your cap back. Once that's done, you're good to go. The final part is just connecting your electric edge trimmer so it gets the power it needs to start. This is not a petrol edge trimmer. This one needs to be connected to a power supply. And then finally, because I don't have any protective eyewear, I use my sunglasses to protect my eyes from any debris. The first mission is getting an even cut. That's going to be a lot easier said than done. So my first plan of action was just getting out of this corner by cutting into like a square-like motion out to the corner. It looks random at first, but you'll see later on in the video how I cut in straight lines for a more orderly cut. But for now, I was just trying to cut myself out of the corner. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to cut in a straight line for a more even and orderly cut. Here's an annoying part about electric edge trimmers. Every once in a while, they disconnect. Everything was going well so far, until this happened.
Babe, it's raining now.
Hours later.
Unfortunately, I did fail my mission to complete cutting the grass before it rained, but I didn't let the rain stop me from completing the mission. I waited a few hours for the rain to subside and the grass to dry a bit, and then I continued on cutting the grass, as the sun was still out. As you can see here, I am cutting in a straight line, trying to get the cut as even as possible. I was doing such a great job that even Cebu decided to join in and try to cut the grass herself. As you can see, she was being very gentle with the grass, trying not to make any patches, but unfortunately, she was cutting the grass a bit too high. Rate her from 1 to 10 how well you think she did.
Relationship with your
Oh
children.
my God.
So after her trying, I took over and continued my mission. I wasn't going to stop until this grass was cut clean. I was making great progress and I was in the zone here. As I was cutting in straight lines and the grass was very even. Even though the surface itself is not even, I still cut the grass as even as I could. And to be fair, for a beginner, I'm doing pretty well. I'm so close now to finishing this side of the grass. Oops, I kind of cut too deep there. It happens, but the grass will grow back again, so it's no train smash. I'm so close now to finishing this side of the house, and the lawn is looking much better than it did before, and I'm very happy about that. Another annoying thing about using an electric edge trimmer is that you always gotta adjust the wire the further you go away from the power source. But again, it's one of those things that you get used to. I'm so close now, almost there. And now that I've done the front side of the lawn, I'm doing the back side of the house now. Cutting in straight lines to make the grass as even as possible. One of the many difficulties I had cutting the grass is that there's a lot of objects in the grass that you might not see on camera, but you will see as I go along cutting the grass, I'm moving stuff, I'm picking up stuff, and I'm throwing away stuff as well. Nice and smooth. I don't know about you guys, but you must let me know in the comments if I'm doing well or if I still need a little bit more work on my edge trimming. Well, technically it's not edge trimming, I'm cutting the grass, but I'm using an edge trimmer to do it. And then finally, this is the last side of the house, and I'm so close now to completing this task. The lawn was looking like such a mess, it was a jungle, and quite frankly, it was getting dangerous for my son. I'm so happy that despite the rain, I persevered, and now I'm so close to finishing the lawn. And here's the final result. I don't know about you guys, but I'm proud of the work I've done. It may not be the cleanest, but it looks a lot better than it did before. And now the grass is presentable. And for a beginner, I can pat myself on the back and be proud of the work I've done. Now, after a long afternoon of cutting grass, facing the difficulties of rain, debris in the grass, and the difficulties of cutting with an edge trimmer, I can finally say I completed my task of cutting the grass. What makes it all worth it is that I get to play with my son.